11:58, Thursday, January 16th. And we are cracking a hop water to celebrate my New York debut. This was very funny because I was on the train going into work today and I realized that it was my first time doing a show in New York. It was the fifth state I've gotten to do theater in, PA, Ohio, Maryland, Connecticut, now New York. And when I walked in, my boss, who is huge in the production industry, she's been around the block before, she knows a ton, and she's worked on a lot, and she is somebody that I hope to be like one day. And she saw me and goes, "Hey, you open tonight, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Wait, is it like, is this your first show in New York? Is this your New York debut?" And I said, "Yeah, you know." And she goes, "That's huge." She was so excited for me. And I said, "Thank you for saying that, because I never give myself the credit that I am due." And she goes, "This is a really big deal. You're allowed to make this a big deal." And I had done a production assistant gig for her in December, and she'd asked, she was like, "Was that your first like big production gig in New York?" And I said, "Yes." And she goes, "That's a big deal too. These are the things in your career, these are the milestones, these are the things that, you know, are part of you and your lore and all of that." And it really got me thinking, because she had said stuff about, you know, you got here, meaning me, like I got here. And she was talking about how a lot of people say they're gonna do something, they're gonna, actually a lot in theater, they're gonna move to New York, they're gonna pursue theater, they're gonna, whatever it is. And she goes, "And you're doing the thing, you're doing it." And she brought up a really good point of like, regardless of what I do in 5 years, this is what I'm doing now, and this is exciting now, and this deserves to be celebrated now. And she asked me what I was doing, and I said I'm probably cracking a hot water and going to bed because I do have to go to work in the morning. But she was right. And I want to talk about that because I dreamed at 17 in my bedroom back home of one day I'm going to be in New York and I'm going to be a New York stage manager. And it felt tonight like some part of that came true. My dream has always been creme de la creme, top of the top, Broadway, West End, let's get it done. And there are a bunch of smaller goals on the way to get that. My equity gig back in October was a small goal that I had of, you know, one day I want to have an equity contract, one day I want to have an equity card and all of that. And this was another one of those small milestones of, I'm doing theater in New York. New York. Crazy. And there are so many people, I personally know so many people who quit theater. I've worked on shows with people who at the end have like resigned. It's not, I smile, but it's not funny. But it reminded me that there are a lot of reasons for me not to be in this moment. And I was thinking about that when stuff gets hard sometimes. I was telling myself like sink or swim, and I refuse to sink. I will always swim. And there are so many instances throughout my career, no matter like how early I am, and I'm in a weird transitional phase in my career now into more of the proper capital P professional world. But I realized I had worked with so many companies and so many people that just like, I did 2 consecutive tech weeks where I lost 5 to 7 pounds. I have been fought with, screamed at. There have been a lot of bad moments. And I don't think anybody would fault me for not continuing with this. And I think to myself sometimes, I have every right to walk away. I have every right. I'm good at other things. I enjoy other things. I have possibilities that, you know, could happen if I stepped away from theater. And I just won't. I have wanted this for a very long time. And when I moved, I knew it with that move, with my move to New York, I knew that this was the opportunity for me to go full send. Not have to worry about anybody, just like all on me. Okay, you want this? Let's go out and get it. And I did that. And I have had a tremendous amount of support from my family. I'm so grateful for that. And I have very supportive friends, both in this industry and out. And I, every day, am so thankful for that. Because this is a very hard thing to do. A career in the arts is hard. It's hard and it's challenging, and sometimes it's very lonely. And to have people in my corner who are so excited to see what I'm doing. I tell people I'm not self-made. Meanwhile, every room I've ever gotten myself into has been through like a cold email and tenacity and just like no comfort zone. What do you need? I'll do it. But I'm not self-made because I wouldn't do those things if I didn't have a support system. And if I didn't have the friends that I had and I didn't have the family that I have. My uncle, I texted him a photo and he goes, if you can get a copy of the program, mail it to me. I want your New York debut. I debuted in New York City today. On a cold shit Thursday in January. It's incredible. So. Here's to my family. Here's to my friends. Here's to audience out there that watch this and have been along for this journey. Here's to a New York debut, baby. All right. Drink water, give grace. I'll see you in the next one, okay?